They were back with the Fox News Alert. People running for their lives as a gunman opens fire at a popular food festival over the weekend in California.
3 people are dead and 15 others are injured. Police say the gunman appeared to fire at random after he snuck into that festival by cutting a hole in the fence.
Officers responded in less than a minute, shooting and killing the gunman. They're now searching for a possible second suspect. A motive remains unknown.
Let's bring in Dan Bongino, Fox News contributor, former New York City police officer, Secret Service guy, author of Spygate, the attempted sabotage of Donald J. Trump. Dan, good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. You know, these images out of California are so troubling. It was a soft target to start with. It doesn't sound like security was wasn't like going to the airport because they didn't apparently check everybody's bags. But this guy wasn't even going to chance that. He just cut a hole in the fence in the back and snuck in.
Sure. And first, I'd like to salute those brave police officers. You know, when those problems start, they're the only ones running towards it. And I think everybody needs to remember that on days like today. This is what our cops do. You know, they don't get paid to give traffic tickets. They're getting paid, but they get paid because one day they may be the ones facing down a gunman like they did. So a salute to them.
Yeah,
there's a couple of takeaways here, Steve. The first one is, you know, you're only as good as a patrol on your perimeter. You know, perimeters, whatever they may be, a fence. We used to use pipe and drape in the Secret Service, which is literally just a piece of fabric. They're obstructions, but they're not designed to be foolproof. You have to have someone actually watching them, because this is the kind of thing that can happen. You can breach them very easily, or you can just, with a fence, you can climb right over it. That principle applies pretty much everywhere. Secondly, you know, gun-free zones are inherently dangerous. I've been calling these out for a long time now on this network. You're guaranteeing yourself an unarmed target base here, where people can't fire back. Thank God those police officers were present to engage and stop this maniac before it got worse than it did.
right. They were there within less than a minute. And it's really hard, I imagine, to patrol a big area like that, like a state fairground. I mean, that's really difficult. That's why they cut through the fence. But Dan, to your point,
it is difficult.
Well, to your point, talking about how brave our police officers are, I'm watching that video of the police officers out in the field, and they're searching for the second suspect. And I'm thinking, oh my word, how terrified they must be. This guy could be hiding in the woods. They know that, you know, someone that was there at the fair said, they asked him, why are you doing this? And the shooter said, because I'm angry. So these guys don't care who they're shooting. And so those police officers are putting themselves in harm's way. They're out in the middle of a field. They could be shot at any second.
Yeah, and remember, I mean, obviously, reaction is always going to be slower than action. The danger of approaching a gunman who's already shown a proclivity for being a savage killer, you already know he's willing to engage. If you creep up on him, he knows you're creeping up on him because he's watching you. You're not watching him. He's hiding. And that reaction is always going to be slower than the action. Again, it speaks to the incredible bravery of the officers there who engaged with this maniac.
Dan, we got to get your thoughts on another story.